Here's a segment from the latest edition of St. Charles Parish Today, a monthly local talk show.
Did you know that this show is in its 6th year of production? Since 2010, St. Charles Parish Today has brought residents the latest information on the most important things affecting the community. But have you ever wondered how or where the show is produced? Who films it? Who edits it? Who writes the script that I'm reading right now? Public Information Specialist Adrienne Bourgeois takes us behind the scenes and gets the answers next.
Since 2010, the news team of St. Charles Parish Today has brought the community the latest happenings in a professionally packaged monthly show. But if you've ever had your hand in production, then you know it takes a lot of time and effort to create a show of this nature. Today we got a rare glimpse of how the show is put together. It goes on behind the scenes. Conception of each episode actually begins in the Office of Public Information.
Each episode starts at the beginning of each month. Myself and my staff, we have a good gauge of what's going on in the government and what things we think are better told in video versus a press release or on the website. So from there we come up with ideas. Once we kind of have what the theme of the episode is going to be or what initiative we want to cover, we reach out to the person that's going to be on the show. Might be the director of that organization or that department, and then we get bullet points. I ask them for things, okay, if we're going out for a millage, what things do you think are important for people to know? They usually will send back bullet points. From there, we start writing the script.
Once he confirms the guest, Babin then drafts the script for the show and questions that he will ask.
The guests do see a draft of the questions I will ask, but they're not necessarily the questions that I might ask on air. So I always encourage them to, yes, maybe know how to answer this question, but don't memorize your answers word for word because it doesn't come off authentic on camera. So it's kind of a conversation that we just have with a camera in the room.
After guests have agreed to appear on the show and the script has been written, the public information staff then coordinates with the Satellite Center Advanced Television Broadcasting class to prepare for filming.
It really is it's a great opportunity because there's very few high school programs where the students, or we call them team members, get to work camera, direct, be host of a show. My students have gone on to what they pursue it in college. They get on Tiger TV at LSU right away as a freshman, where it's usually juniors and seniors. Southeastern, right on as freshmen. I have 4 or 5 of my past students working for the Southeastern channel.
The day of filming, guests and staff arrive, check in, and take their place as the students prepare the equipment.
First, we fix all the lights and we make sure the whole studio is prepared for y'all to come in here. We have the mics set out, we have the cameras faced where they need to be. We white balance everything. We set up the teleprompter, and once y'all come in here, we'll put on the mics.
All of us do have to put the backdrop in, and then in the control room we fix the iris on the cameras, we set the teleprompter so Tristan can read what he needs to read. So during the production, when I'm directing, I make sure that I get all the camera shots perfect so that y'all don't have to do too much for editing. Whoever is doing teleprompter, they make sure to not go too fast so that people don't stumble on words, and so that Tristan can understand what he's supposed to be saying. Whoever's doing audio, make sure that no one's too loud.
To be on this side of the camera, it takes a lot of practice just to get used to the people staring at you and the camera looking at you and knowing that you have viewers on the other side of the camera. So
It's quiet on set as cameras begin rolling for the interviews.
You mentioned that you guys do a lot of programs and sports. What type of programs, and who do you target those towards?
Well, we have programs for all citizens. We have youth programs, your basketball, baseball, football. Tennis has been big. We one of the few departments in Parks and Rec that offer a tennis program.
After the interviews, the host records his or her scripted intros, which are then used in the final edit by the parish's contracted videographer.
During the shoot, I will sit with the students and make sure that the shots that they have called up are the shots that I need. I also edit the on-scene segment, which gets dropped in post-production, as well as any graphics or any video clips, commercial breaks that take place during the show.
According to Keller, the amount of time it takes to put together the show is dependent upon the segments the staff chooses and the edits they make.
It's a long format show, so it does take a little bit longer than, say, a little 30-second to 2-minute spot, which is what we normally run on the channel. Yeah, so this will take about a week and a half, depending on if there, how many interviews there are, if there are any show breaks that need to be edited from scratch versus ones that we already have that were produced prior that we can just drop in that are important for whatever's going on in the parish.
When the show has been approved, it is aired on the Government Access Channel and shared on all Parish social media outlets. To view the current show, visit the Parish's Vimeo page at vimeo.com/stcharlesgov or tune in to SCP TV at 5 and 10 p.m. All previous episodes are also available there or on the Parish's website at scptv.com. For St. Charles Parish Today, I'm Adrienne Bourgeois.
Look for the entire episode at www.scptoday.com or on SCP TV.